financing options. Pasture Camp is well known for their customer satisfaction guarantee and has served Denver area homeowners for 58 years. Discover Pasture Camp and experience comfort. 303-777-1234 or visit pasturecamp.com. pasturecamp.com.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know the customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hey, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. Very nice to have you along with us. And guess who's back?
Who's back?
You are.
I'm back? Was I gone?
Oh, my goodness. Every day, like a month, we've missed you, and our listeners have missed you. Listener Robert just says, welcome back, Angel. I was doing that with the little camera thing. I was pointing, but I had to figure out which direction I was pointing because the camera shoots a reverse image. So I was pointing to you in the box next to me.
You were pointing to me?
Yeah.
You shouldn't point.
Oh, well, I wasn't pointing at you. I was pointing to you. But yeah, welcome back.
Thank you. I'm excited to be back. I got to go on vacation last week and spend a couple of days with my kids.
Yep.
My girls who are down at Disney World for the Disney College program. Kind of dynamite. So
right.
We went to Animal Kingdom. Disney's Animal Kingdom. Have you been there?
I have, but it was a long time ago. The animals were just babies. But you got to see some adult animals.
They just opened up their new Avatar Pandora experience.
Yeah, really?
Mm-hmm. I could spend all day there.
Really?
All day. Now we didn't. Michael's like, we did it once. Let's go do something else. So it is, but it was beautiful. It was amazing. Of course, all the detail that you would expect from the Disney animators poured into that. We spent one full day at Disney's Animal Kingdom. And of course, we originally thought we would spend part of the day and then go over and finish the day at Magic Kingdom.
Sure.
But there's
enough to see.
There is way, way more than enough to
All
see.
right.
And of course, not knowing really what to expect and,
right.
What's over there. No,
it's not a zoo.
No.
Right.
That's what people say.
Me.
That's what people say. You go in thinking the zoo. Nothing at all like the zoo, except for that there are animals they have at the zoo. But that's about. Disney Zoo. Way better. And here's something really fun: the whole Disney experience. They're expecting you. We talk about customer service and how customer service starts before they even get to you. When they start thinking about you.
Yep.
And so thinking about your parking lot, thinking about how easy it is to get in and out of your parking lot, and parking, and the whole experience before they even walk in your door.
You bet.
So a few years ago, Disney latched on to the Magic Band concept, right? Where you can just use your little Magic Band as a little hotspot, and it gets you into your room. It gets you can buy
One
stuff
key
with
fits
it,
all.
everything.
Yeah.
I was reading about what it took to change all the door locks for the hotel rooms. 28,000 hotel room doors had to be shifted, and they could only do about 150 rooms a night because, of course, they're occupied.
Oh, sure.
And so the length of time it took them to switch every door room lock for this. But it gets better. We show up, we get our Disney bands. They have our names inside of them.
Really?
They are printed with our names in them.
Wow. So they become like a keepsake?
Yes. So
cool.
Of course, they all look the same. They can buy all sorts of fun little things to personalize them. But from day one, they were already expecting us, hands us this tray, and each one of us has our own personalized Magic Band with our name on the inside.
Very cool.
When you don't confuse them with the other family members. And I don't know, it was just super fun. And of course, it's your it's your pass into the park. It's your fast pass
for the rides.
Mm-hmm. If you want to spend money,
you say it's your money. It's
your money as well.
Your credit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now there's a passcode.
Okay.
So let's say you drop it.
You can't accidentally.
You can't just accidentally
use somebody else's.
Okay. No. There's a little 4-digit, just kind of like your ATM card.
Sure.
Right. Yeah. And even that was really tricky on how unique your 4-digit passcode has to be. And they've thought of everything. They've thought of everything from every point of view. But we were there for the 4th of July fireworks.
Yes.
And usually, you watch 4th of July fireworks and they're in front of you.
Right.
At Disney, they are 360 degrees
all the way around.
all around you.
Wow.
So you're like trying to keep up.
Yeah.
Now you catch on. It's exactly the same in front of you as it is behind you.
Okay.
So you don't have to turn around.
All right. Well, that's smart on their part too.
So you don't have to turn around, but it's really cool to look up and just see it all going on above you.
I saw the photo that you put out. You put out several photos, but one with the Magic Castle, Sleeping Beauty's castle, and all lit up with the red, white, and blue, and the blue stripes and stars, blue field with stars, and it just looks surreal. I mean, it looks so 3D amazing.
Yeah, you see it and you've got to walk
it's
up
lights.
to it. It is. It's lights. It's all
but
lights.
It looks painted.
But you walk up, you've got to get close to the castle because you're like, where is this? How are they?
Right.
And you've just got to see it and figure it all out. Only at Disney can you be out at 10 o'clock at night and think, ooh, let's take it over to another park because they're not closed yet. And you get on a bus and go to another park at 11 o'clock at night.
So did you get your 10,000 steps in?
Oh, wait. By 4 o'clock in the afternoon. By 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you hit all 12 hours of standing. You hit all your activity goals, all your exercise goals, and about 10,000 steps by 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
On the 4th of July, I was in a parade. I didn't even get 3,000 steps that day.
It's a mile long. How did you not get 3,000 steps?
I sat in the back of the convertible.
Oh,
waved
there you
to
go.
Ed Green and all the other friends that we've got along the route. And we have quite a few friends along the route.
You know what? I love that. I love that. Super fun. I've had a couple people text me and said they waved to us in the parade.
Very nice.
It was great. And so it's fabulous to be back, fabulous to be thinking about customer service, fabulous to be thinking about business and going on. We just posted a video on our Facebook wall for Experience Pros members.
Yep.
We're talking about bumping into each other this summer and staying connected and making sure your brand stays top of mind.
And how else do you bump into one another other than playing Kindness Bingo?
Kindness Bingo. And so check it out on our Facebook wall, Experience Pros Facebook/Experience Pros. If you need a bingo card to play with us, we'll just leave a comment in the comments below and we'll take a picture and send you your own unique bingo card. Of course, the program's been brought to you by the Social Media Advisor, and she actually even has a free space on every one of the bingo cards. And so the goal is to either get horizontal or vertical lines, but really we would like a whole blackout. And it's things like doing one-on-ones and doing business with others and sharing and tagging others and making introductions.
Quick
really
and easy.
Fun, easy stuff that we should be doing every single day anyways, but you put a fun game to it and all of a sudden our competitive edge comes out. We won't do it just to grow our business, but to be the winner.
Why not?
Right? I know. So use the hashtag Kindness Bingo in all of your social media posts as well and play Kindness Bingo with us for just a couple more weeks through the end of July.
Absolutely. Your hashtag kindness act of the day is to tell somebody what they mean to you. Just take a minute out of your day, and it doesn't have to be mushy or anything like that, but simply just tell somebody what they mean to you, and don't let the sun go down before you do it. It's quick. It's easy. It is your hashtag kindness act of the day.
I think we just kind of take for granted a lot of the people in our lives and the relationships that we have. And really the most important thing at the end of the day is the relationships that we have. It's not the money in the bank. It's not how successful your business is, how many likes you have on social media. It's really about the relationships and the people that you've connected with. And so taking the time and to recognize sometimes, you might not have heard from somebody for a while, and we don't have to get all up in arms over that. They're busy. You're busy. It's okay. We don't have to draw attention to it. Let's just reach out and say, I appreciate you. Love what you're doing. Love to catch up with you. And just go from here. We don't have to rehash, well, gosh, it's been 3 months or I never hear from you. So what? It's okay. They're busy. You're busy. Let's just be friends and move on.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, we got a great show for you lined up, and I hope that you stick around and stay tuned because it's going to be really cool. We're making big decisions.
Making big decisions?
Uh-huh.
How big?
Really big.
Like
beyond your imagination. Well, no, somebody has to imagine it, but decisions that are game changers in your business. And we're going to be carrying that theme throughout the program because frankly, folks, and I remember, Angel, the first time that you came out with, I'm not thinking big enough. And it was when you wanted to become a best-selling author on Amazon. And by golly, we did it. And you did it. And we can all do it together. But it requires us to step out of our comfort zone and get into the disrupting complacency zone. When you're in that zone, I promise you good things are going to happen. But you have to you got to. It's like Indiana Jones and the what was it? The
Raiders Temple.
Temple, I think. But he stepped out on the bridge that he couldn't see, and that's what it's all about.
Right? Most of us won't even park in a different parking spot, or they could take a different route to work.
Sit in a different pew at church. Go ahead. I dare you. The blue-haired lady won't know what to do with you. We'll be back right after these messages. You're listening to Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. This is the home of positive business talk. This is the Experience Pros Radio Network. If you'd like more information about us or how we can help you grow your business, check out experiencepros.com.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com.
KDMT, Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
As a small business owner, your focus should be on your customers and providing a great customer experience. You shouldn't be investing time and energy on bookkeeping, accounting, and taxes, but somebody has to do it. Trust Teresa and her team at Luna's Accounting and Tax. Teresa and her team will take care of all your bookkeeping, accounting, and taxes. They'll keep you informed and streamline the process. Luna's Accounting and Tax keeps your business compliant and up to date, and they'll give you the great customer experience your customers have come to expect. Free your time and gain the peace of mind to keep your focus on your customers. They will help you too. Call Teresa at Luna's Accounting and Tax today. 720-323-4917. 720-323-4917. 720-323-4917. Or visit lunastax.com. That's lunastax.com. That's lunastax.com. Se habla español.
So, what would you do with an extra $500 a month in your budget? $500. This isn't hypothetical, by the way. This is something you may need to think about very soon if you decide to become a member of Medi-Share. Medi-Share is a way to pay for your health care, and typically it costs $500 less per month for a family versus other healthcare plans. So seriously, think about this. You could pay off loans, pay down a mortgage, save the money for retirement, donate to charity. That would be a big deal. But you know what? Here's the best thing. Medi-Share works. It has 250,000 members, and it's growing fast. With Medi-Share, not only do you save, you don't have to pay for things you don't believe in either, and that is a beautiful thing too. So here's how you can find out more, and you might actually wind up saving even more than $500 a month. So check into it. Here's the number. Call 844-91-BIBLE. That's 844-91-BIBLE. Now available in Montana. Call 844-91-BIBLE.
Need a new CPAP? Then we need you. We're CPAP.com, and we recently overstocked the world's best CPAP machines. Top-of-the-line devices from brands like ResMed and Philips Respironics. Call now and get one of these overstocked CPAPs for a fraction of the price. We'll even give you free next-day air shipping. Call 1-800-900-6135. The best part? No insurance needed. We're giving out these CPAPs at prices so low, they'll cost less than your copay and deductible through insurance. CPAP.com has shipped over 1 million orders and has the world's largest selection of CPAPs and accessories. With no retail overhead or costly middlemen, we're the best way to get comfortable, effective sleep apnea equipment at incredibly low prices. Again, CPAP.com has overstocked premium CPAPs. Call now to get a ResMed or Philips Respironics machine for a fraction of the price with free next-day air shipping. Call 1-800-900-6135. If lines are busy, please try again. That's 1-800-900-6135.
The boys of summer are here with in-depth coverage on the Orioles, Blue Jays, and Cardinals here in the Rockies. Well, not Cardinals, but if you want the play-by-play and the bird's eye lowdown on these and more wild birds, tune in to Bird Talk on 1690 KDMT, Saturdays from noon to 1.
You don't need to make folks think we're a sports show just to get their attention. In Colorado, 60% of the population feeds and watches outdoor wildlife. Bird Talk is presented by Wild Birds Unlimited, the original backyard bird feeding breeding specialists.
To learn more about the 500 species of Colorado birds, tune into Bird Talk every Saturday. We'll bring you interesting interviews, the latest news, and lots of fun and entertainment. Call in with your questions and we'll help you create the best backyard wildlife habitat to attract the greatest variety of species.
We hope you'll join us for the best nature show in the known universe, Saturdays at noon for Bird Talk on KDMT, presented by Wild Birds Unlimited. Until then, happy birding.
This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Angel Tussey back among us. Thank you so much for coming home.
For coming home?
Oh, yeah.
Were you worried I might not?
I don't worry about it.
I might make a big decision.
I don't worry about it, but it was not that big a decision, I hope. But it's just, can't do it without you.
Well, I appreciate that.
Welcome home.
Love being here in the hot seat with you. So, it is super fun. Although, when you're on vacation and you're, especially when you go to the beach and you're seeing all these beach houses and, kind of start to imagine what your life could be like if you lived in a beach house.
Sure.
And of course, none of us has we're not at a place where I can just sit back and live on vacation the rest of my life, though I wish I could.
Right.
I would. I think I would. I think I would in an instant.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe not. People who are retired. I went to visit my parents who live in this retirement city. And some of the people there still work just to have something to do, to stay occupied.
Slow down, you tend to really slow down.
To really slow down. Yeah. And so, but there are, at what point do you make the decision to retire or to sell your business or to shift your business? So every day we make a million decisions.
Right.
Like, should I press snooze? What am I going to wear today? What
is there to eat?
Oh, yeah. What am I packing my lunch? All of that, right? And some decisions, no brainers, not a big deal, right? Do I floss or do I not floss? Those are some of the big decisions we have to make that are in the morning. But there are the really big decisions. Like, for example, every year it's time for you to renew your lease in your apartment.
Yeah.
And every year for, I think, the last 4 years, you've said next year.
I've been there for 7 years.
Right?
And
maybe next year.
For the last 4 years, I think maybe next year will be the year that I get to move away.
Right. But you can't wait until it's the time to renew to make that decision. Even when the time comes up to renew your membership for, my girls are trying to decide, do I continue my Amazon Prime? It's due this month.
Right.
If you wait until the month it's due, it's kind of harder to make that decision because you're kind of under the gun.
Yep.
Right. But making big decisions is something that we all want to do. And do it well without any regret.
Sure.
We don't want to make a bad decision, right? We want to make a good decision. But life isn't just full of, should I move or, should I move into the mansion or should I move on to the yacht, right? Those aren't the kind of decisions we get to make.
Can we just once? That'd be all right.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be awesome? But they're tough decisions. They, in fact, impact other people in our world. They might impact our financial situation. They might impact our relationships. They might impact our quality of life. And sometimes I think we do things because we're in love, right? We'll make a decision because we're in love.
Absolutely.
Right? And even if it doesn't make any sense at all, we'll jump into that.
And I say, well done to you.
Right? You'll move. Yeah. You'll do all sorts of fun stuff. Take a job out of town, all this stuff because you're in love.
Yep.
And we'll do that even though it makes zero sense. But most of the other decisions we make in our life, we've got to be we want to be really methodical. We want to be logical. We want to not make a mistake. Yeah.
Well, listen, ultimately, any decision is going to involve a leap of faith, right? Because you've got to realize that if you're going to make a big one, there will be things that you won't see coming around the corner.
Always.
And that's part of the excitement and terror of decision making. Came across a great article, though, in liveboldandbloom.com. And there's some keys that will help us all make better, really big decisions and avoid the regret.
Right. I tend to overthink and overanalyze and ask a bajillion questions that nobody has the answer to.
I tend to jump and look for my parachute later.
So let's see what the wiser people between us have said.
Okay.
Number one is to have a vision for your life, a vision for where you're going. They say that it should be the foundation and reference point for every decision you make.
A dream, right? Something that you picture and live for always.
Yeah. Carrie Conley, when she puts together her event at the beginning of the year, the Vision is Victory event, where you've got your vision. When you know where you're going and you know what the path or what the end result is going to look like, it does make some of these more difficult decisions a little bit easier because you can see they fit or they don't fit.
Right.
Evaluate the pros and cons, right? You've ever made a list, the pros and the cons.
We're the pros.
Right? Somebody else did the cons.
There you go.
And here's what's so funny to me when we do a list of pros and cons. It doesn't really matter if the pro list is longer.
It could be 10 times longer.
Right?
If there's one con, what do we fixate on? What do we fixate on? We're like, oh, it'll never work because of this. And there's 15 reasons why it could work and should work. And so, listen, you got to look at this in terms of objectivity. And I know it's hard especially when you're making a big decision, which is why you should have a friend.
Yeah, phone a friend. You remember in the game show, right? You phone a friend.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
And so here's what they recommend is, select a couple of trusted friends whose opinion and judgment you value. Isn't that funny? You have to put that in there. You actually value their opinion and judgment. Don't just pick willy-nilly friends.
Well, there are some friends that I have that I wouldn't ask to help me with a big decision.
So very particular friends, right?
And don't make this a spouse. This is specifically not about your spouse because your spouse is not objective.
No, he is not. He is not. He's like, Angel, whatever you want to do. Okay, you're not listening. You're not helping me.
Yeah.
But he shouldn't. That's not his role.
It's not his role.
That's not his role. And it's okay.
And love.
And he does. So tell your supportive friends about your vision. Yep. Show them the list of pros and cons.
Yep.
And ask them. Yeah. And I sometimes, and you've seen me do this, sometimes I just need to say it out loud to a person. It doesn't count to say it out loud just to myself in the car, in the mirror, in the bathroom, right? I have to say it to a person.
Yeah.
And that actually helps me to put myself in their frame of reference, answer questions they might have, and my brain could go, oh, I have got it. Also, a personal coach can help you gain clarity by asking you just some pointed questions about your motivations. Stop there. Your motivations.
Yeah,
what's motivating this?
Right?
Because so often there is a motivator that we won't say it out loud. It's there. But we've got to be, PC about things and we don't want to hurt people's feelings. But really, there's a hidden motivation. Find somebody that you trust enough to share your true motivation.
All right.
with.
So I'm going to throw PC to the wind and I'm going to say, pray about it. Pray about it or meditate about it, however you want to do that. Go to a quiet place, breathe deeply, close your eyes, go within, call it what you want, ask for guidance. And, one of these things, if you get to the point where you just heard me say that and you go, yeah, I don't need to do that. I already know. Then you already know.
Then you already know. And most of the time you know what you want to do.
Yeah.
You just need a little bit of support and to know that it's okay from the people around you. And sometimes you need to just give it a few days, marinate on it.
That's it.
And allow that the answer, might present itself unexpectedly.
And the final one is, once you've made your decision, don't look back. Don't look back. Do not be the guy that hesitates at the top of the hill or right before the jump, okay? Go and jump.
Go and jump, right? Regret is more from things you didn't do versus the things you did do.
That's exactly right. All right, gang, we're going to take a quick break and be back right after these messages. You're listening to Angel and Eric. This is the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Jimmy Sangenberger here, and on the next Business for Breakfast, we'll sit down with author Kevin Cullis on a new book about entrepreneurship and veterans. Plus, John Tamney, Dominic Chu, and so much more help us break down the markets and issues of the day. All that and more on the next Business for Breakfast.
Business for Breakfast with Jimmy Sangenberger. Weekday mornings from 6 to 9 on KDMT, Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM. You've been thinking about getting your concealed handgun permit for a while now. Security and peace of mind, self-defense and home protection, all valid reasons for your concealed handgun permit. You don't need to delay it any longer. Now's the time. DCF Guns in Castle Rock has a concealed carry weapons class. It has a $200 value, but for a limited time, you can get it for just $100 only at DenverHalfPrice.com. That's DenverHalfPrice.com. This class is intended for new and experienced shooters looking to apply for a concealed handgun permit. The class exceeds the state of Colorado requirements to apply for your concealed permit. This course by DCF Guns in Castle Rock teaches the basic knowledge, skills, and attitude for owning and using a pistol safely. That's a $200 certificate for a concealed carry weapons class for just $100 from DCF Guns, and only available at DenverHalfPrice.com. That's DenverHalfPrice.com. That's DenverHalfPrice.com.
Victor Mitchell, our kind of guy for governor. My family and I moved to Colorado in early 1996, and for the past 2 decades, Colorado's become our forever home. We'll always be home for our family. 2 of our 3 children have been born here. I built several companies here in Colorado, and it's time to give back and try to make a difference.
Vic knows the recipe for success and believes it will take bold leadership from an outside business mind to solve the problems facing Colorado today.
I'm running because I think I can make a difference, a big difference. And I think we desperately need a business owner, entrepreneur to fix our problems of today. These are pressing problems. They're going to require a lot of leadership. They're going to require people who are outside of government to come into government and serve with no political agenda. We have to solve our problems of tomorrow. It's a very different world in the 21st century than it was just even a few years ago.
Forward-thinking businessman, bold leadership. That's our Vic. Paid for by Coloradans for Victor Mitchell.
It's time to start your summer cleaning with some fresh, clean carpets. Call out Zero Res Carpet Cleaning Company to clean your carpets with their patented empowered water technology cleaning process. Your carpets are going to look brand new again, especially if you have kids and pets. You probably have spots and stains everywhere. Empowered water technology is eco-friendly. It's safe for your kids and pets. Zero Res doesn't clean with harsh soaps, detergents, or toxic chemicals. If your carpet is cleaned with those things, you're only attracting dirt to your carpets. Call now and get the July special. 3 carpeted areas, pre-treated, cleaned, and sanitized with that empowered water for just $124. That's the July special. 3 carpeted areas, pre-treated, cleaned, and sanitized with empowered water for just $124. See? Affordable. Ask them about cleaning your rugs, upholstery, and tile and grout, too. Call Zero Res today. 303-471-5150. 303-471-5150. Or go online and book your job at ZeroResDenver.com. Mention you heard the $124 deal on KDMT. Zero Res, the right way to clean. The Denver Business Journal and Colorado Business Roundtable present a unique CEO panel event, View from the Top. Join them on Friday, July 11th at History, Colorado, as they talk with some of Denver's best-known CEOs to explore challenges, opportunities, and lessons learned, featuring Jackie Hinman, CEO of CH2M, John Hayes, CEO of Ball Corporation, and Mike Fries, CEO of Liberty Global. Go to cobrt.com/View from the Top to register. View from the Top, July 11th at Colorado History, starting at 7:30 a.m.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin' hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. And if you're just joining us, so's Angel. She's back.
I take a couple days off for the holiday.
It went more than one line in the calendar.
But I was here for part of the line.
I know.
Yeah, so that was a whole different week.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
No, because it wasn't continuous.
You're back. Welcome.
I am
glad you're
excited.
here.
I'm excited. It's excited
No, I'm
to
excited.
be back, and yeah, I'm kind of back in the game. I did something I don't normally do when I do a vacation. Normally, I like to plan when I come back a day in between coming back and a day going back to work, just to kind of get acclimated, unpack,
I was
go to
going
the
to mention
grocery
that
store.
about 6:45 last night.
Yeah, no, I didn't plan the return flight, and
So
I didn't realize we were getting in so late.
scheduled to get in 9:30 or so. Yeah,
9:30.
How'd that work out?
It did not.
Oh,
it did not. I got in about 11:30.
There was a weather thing happening out in the Florida lands, and but the good news is you made it back. You made it back fine,
and it's all fine.
And
the worst thing isn't that my suitcase isn't unpacked within 12 hours.
oh gosh, 12 days, maybe
12 days.
If I don't need it, it's rolled up. I know where to find it.
Hmm.
But no, it was cool because when you messaged me yesterday saying probably not going to be able to jump on the commute there, and I know how you need that extra day,
right?
So I was going to say, why don't you just take the day off? But then I got selfish because I need you here.
Well, no, there's work to be done, right? I knew, and I need to catch up.
I let you sleep in.
Isn't it interesting how you can, when you're here and things come up, you just kind of take it in stride, right, and you deal with it, right? Things come up and things get handled, and that's what the work week is for.
Right.
And missing not even a full week, but I guess the equivalent of a full week, because that's what everybody had. And then piling that on and showing up and facing that first thing in the morning, it feels like a lot. Even though in any one of them, it's not a big deal. And I could even see had they come in, during the week, but you feel like just being gone a week, you miss out on so much.
Well, there's, and this isn't to the exclusion of other businesses, but our business has so many moving parts. And, we represent 150, 200 businesses out there, and there's always, you try to keep those balls in the air without dropping any of them along the way. Not always easier said than done, or I should say easier said than done. But then there's, just the normal day-to-day things, the interactions that would normally happen that don't happen when one or the other of us is gone. And before you know it, it's almost like a reverse time suck kind of a thing. You're like, how did the day go? And didn't get half of the stuff that I wanted to get done. I'm glad you're back. I need you for productivity sense, at least
just for something productive to
and
do.
It's great to talk with you over the air.
And here's something else. As we fill up our schedules and we fill up our days, going on vacation, I think forces you, when you take a few days off, it forces you to really set priorities to what are the most important things that I have to do.
Right.
And because so often our regular work day is filled with just busyness, activity, but not necessarily movement forward in business growth. And we have big dreams and big goals. And we will, have you ever read a book or gone and listened to a speaker or just been around somebody and come out of it thinking, I am not thinking big enough?
Sure.
I think we often we can go, we get all motivated, we get all inspired, but given enough time, we go right back to our lazy days.
What's comfortable.
Right. And it's familiar, it's easy.
We all want to be those athletes, Angel, but the fact of the matter is those athletes put in 10, 12 hours of hard, grueling, painful work every day to get done what they, that's why they're at the level of success that they're at.
And somehow we can't find an hour in a day to go to the gym, right? It's like, it's just too hard. It's too much, right? So how do you really think big in life? How do you shift to where you are thinking big, where you're dreaming big, where you're staying focused because on the right things, on movement? And I'll tell you what, one of the biggest things, the most challenging things of thinking big, growing big, getting out of your comfort zone is the people you associate with.
Absolutely. Show me the people that you hang out with, and I'll show you your bottom line in 5 years, 3 years, 2 years, 1.
Right now, it is the average of the 5 people. Not only your income level, but your thought process, how optimistic or pessimistic you are, your views on politics, your views on pop culture. all of that is from the people you associate with the most. And so when you think about the people that you've started to attract into your world,
right?
And now you think, how did I get here? And some days you just kind of look around and go, yes, this is my circus. And yes, these are my monkeys.
Right.
And shoot, how did I get here? And how do I get out of that?
Yeah.
And so really being intentional about who's getting your time and attention, who's putting thoughts into you. And it doesn't, think about, the physical people. Sometimes, there's the people you work with.
Right.
And you just kind of have to work with them, right? And so what do? We can listen to audiobooks. We can listen to motivational speakers and big thinkers, TED Talks and all of that, instead of spending our time scrolling through just the garbage.
Cat videos.
Right? Be intentional about the thoughts and the words and the voices that you are listening to. Because if they aren't building you up, if they're not pushing you forward, if they're not challenging you, then you're complacent. And
Absolutely.
You're stagnant and you're drowning in your sea of apathy.
I want to share something. Dory Clark wrote an article in Forbes, and the article talks about Michael Port. And when you and I were very first beginning putting Experience Pros together, Michael Port was a big influencer in our in our thought process and development. He wrote a book called The Think Big Manifesto. And he says a couple of things. One thing, it's one of those things that you almost don't want to say because it's going to cause a little pain, because pain's in the title. Get comfortable with discomfort, right? When we are trying to think big, like I said with the athletes, right? Those athletes, they work hard. They are comfortable with discomfort. If they're not in pain of one sort or another, they're not working hard enough. I had a friend when I was learning to ski who told me, if you don't fall on the ski slopes, you are not skiing to your potential. You're skiing to the level of fear that you're allowing yourself, but you're not.
If you're not making mistakes, if everybody in the room is agreeing with you, right? All of these, right? But we all we want to be in our comfort zone. My son, so I like to play Sudoku, that numbers game,
folks,
that numbers puzzle.
That's the understatement of the year. This woman is lethal in the Sudoku field.
So my son, just he's watching me on the airplane play a game. Now, when I know I'm being watched, it makes me nervous. It messes with my mojo, right? Like, you can't watch me. And if I don't know you're watching me, that's okay. But if I know you're watching me, no. Anyways, he decides to download the game. And Michael
is a math genius.
He's a genius, yes. So he is now doing a puzzle at the expert level that on average takes me 6 to 10 minutes to do one of these puzzles, okay?
Me, 6 to 10 days.
Right? And and if it's really hard, it might take 20 minutes, right? So Michael is doing these puzzles in like 3 minutes, and then 2 minutes, and then a minute. It's an expert level puzzle. How in the world? I am blown away at how he is doing this. So he's teaching me how to do it. And you put it on this autofill where it gives you all the possibilities are already all filled in for each little box.
Right. So
you don't have to go through and manually do it. And you can do a puzzle like that. Expert puzzle, 2 minutes, easy peasy. So I'm like, oh, this is kind of fun. Man, we are like shooting through these and we're like getting it done and we're like racing each other and seeing, who can get it done faster. But after, about a half an hour of this, I realized, well, I don't want to race. I want to work it out. I want to figure it out. I don't want to just race through it. The whole point of me playing it is that I want to stretch my brain and try to figure it out. And so I like the challenge of it. So went back to my old way, which Michael thought was crazy because you got to rush through and get it done. But putting ourselves in a space where we are pushing ourselves and challenging ourselves is where we break through the limitations we've set for ourselves.
There it is. All right, gang, don't go anywhere. More positive business talk just ahead. Angel Tussey and Eric Kramer. This is Experience Pros Radio Show.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.
KDMT, Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
Hi, this is Oren, owner of Absolutely Cabinets. Since 1989, I've sold Aristocrat cabinets for kitchens and baths, and they have proven year in and year out to be a great dollar value. With Aristocrat, you can buy the level of cabinetry you feel comfortable with in regard to construction. If you want all the features without making a decision, I sell Decora, which is a semi-custom line of cabinets with solid wood fronts, dovetail drawers, full extension glides, with soft close automatically on drawers and doors. From basic up, I can put you into cabinetry that will fit all your wants and needs, thanks to all my repeat and referral customers over the years.
Go visit Oren's showroom at 5940 West 38th Avenue near the corner of Harlan and 38th Avenue, or give him a call at 303-425-5592. That's 303-425-5592. Or visit AbsolutelyCabinets.com. New store hours are 8 to 5 Monday through Thursday and 8 to noon on Fridays.
In the summer, it's hot in the upstairs bedrooms most of the day. Our office is up there and it's sweltering. We've used one of those big fans in the evening, but it pulls in too much dust and pollen. The AC ran constantly, yet the only cool place in the house is the basement. My husband started insisting we buy a new air conditioner, and that's when I called the people at AirSwap. AirSwap showed me my furnace and air conditioner are the right size for my house, and my air conditioner was working just fine. They adjusted our ductwork, created stronger airflow to distribute all that cool air in the basement, and this even helped us save electricity. The house is more comfortable in the winter as well. They reduced the big temperature difference between the floors, and now the upstairs is comfortable during the day and early evening. Call them at 303-761-0729, on the web at air-swap.com, 303-761-0729, or air-swap.com.
Does your kitchen or bathroom need some updating? Have you been putting off that remodel? Well, now is a great time to get started. I'm Ted Spear, co-owner of All About Cabinets and Countertops at 35th and Wadsworth, and I'm inviting you to join our growing list of customers who have saved thousands of dollars on their kitchen and bathroom projects, even over those big box stores. Come experience our unique mix of top-of-the-line customer service, quality products, and tremendous value. Right now, through the end of August, we're offering specials and upgrades which will save you thousands of dollars off your cabinet and countertop purchases. Plus, as an additional bonus, we are upgrading all our cabinet drawers to the latest in anti-slam technology for free. These are just a couple of the ways you can complete your project for less than you ever thought possible. Let us go to work for you. You can visit our showroom or call us today. 303-456-6400. That's 303-456-6400. Make a difference without the expense with All About Cabinets and Countertops.
Hi, it's Peter Boyles. 2009, I see an ad in Denver Magazine for a place called Cenegenics, and I give him a call, and I meet Dr. Julie McCallan. The rest is history. At the time, really, I was going through a hard time in my life, and again, I meet Dr. McCallan. She does so many changes for us. We did blood work, complete Cenegenics, and we came up with all this customized planning for me that included, still does include, workouts and eating plans and hormone nutritional supplements. And there's no magic pills. There's no magic milkshakes. You put in the work, you have the great doc, and you change your life. It does work. Again, ski all the time, ride your bike, ride your motorcycle, stay in the game. Be an old guy, but you can still be a tough old guy. Be thin, be mean, be back in the game. Cenegenics caller 720-387-3681, 720-387-3681. Speak to Jackie, that's her executive, and they'll arrange for a free 20-minute phone call. 20-minute gift, free phone call. Call to get it off the ground, 720-387-3681.
Hi, folks, Dan Cicchini. Oh, my gosh. How can it be that we started Done Right Home Improvements way back in 1985 already? How can it be that 3 of our grandkids are now working in the business? Geez, we didn't have grandkids back then. And to think that we've designed, built, and installed tens of thousands of projects, how can that be, Todd?
Dad, it's the things you've always taught us. Do good work, show up on time, price fairly, and above all, keep your promises. Our performance speaks for itself. Whether it's kitchens, baths, counters, or floors, or even replacement windows and doors, they have our word we'll treat them right at Done Right.
You betcha, Todd. And with the weather like it is and today's incentives, that's right, incentives, now is the time to call and save a full 12% off all services for select install dates. 303-722-2295, 800-362-8370, or drhi.com. 303-722-2295.
Revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Angel Tussey, Eric Kramer here for your drive. And thank you so much for tuning in. We are America's home for positive business talk. And if you think about what that means for just a minute, that makes it significantly different than almost every radio show you've ever listened to. Because this isn't where you can call in and complain. This isn't where you can, send negative messages across the interwebs. No, this is positive radio. That's positive business talk. That's three things you normally don't see in the same sentence, much less in the same business. And yet here we are, and we've been doing it for 8.5 years, and we're thrilled that you are on board with us doing it with you.
Absolutely. Just for a couple hours out of your day, right? We can find negativity everywhere. In fact, we don't even have to look for it. It's right in front of us in traffic. It's right in front of us on social media. It might be even right in front of us with, the guy in the next cubicle, right? It's everywhere. And so for a couple hours out of your day, let's seek out positivity and optimism and gratitude and kindness. And let's lift each other up in a space that is so unique to everything else that is going on in our world. Now, we've been talking about thinking big. We've been talking about making big decisions. This is the middle of the year where you get to make this shift on how you want the end of the year to play out.
Right.
And we still have much of the year left to play out in. But what if you're not really sure what you're truly passionate about? Is there a way can you live with passion if you haven't really found what your true calling is yet?
I don't know the answer to this. I'd like to believe I could live with passion right now.
Right now. Right?
But I also think I know what my calling is. So,
but do you remember before you knew? I remember at a stage in my kids were growing up, and I just thought, I don't know what I'm good at. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what my purpose is. There's got to be more than folding laundry and repainting this room, another room in the house again.
Well said. Yeah.
And so went off to kind of find, what am I good at? What do I like to do?
Okay.
But here's the thing. If you're unhappy at work or at home, then you're probably spending most of your waking hours unhappy.
I think that's safe to say.
Right?
Although I think it's also unacceptable.
It is.
We should not put up with that.
Absolutely. No. But maybe you can't change jobs right now. And so how can you start to feel more passionate about your work while you're still there?
Well,
you can't just take this job and shove it, right?
That's a great line for a movie. But I don't think that's probably the right approach. What you can do is you can get clear on what you do like about your job.
Mm-hmm.
Find the things that you have in common or that you agree with, the things that really do ignite you, and make a list of those things.
Yeah. And can you approach your work with this improved attitude? So even if the work itself isn't stimulating or challenging, you can do it mindfully and gratefully with excellence. And I remember before, I don't know if I ever told you this. I probably did.
Oh, I'm going to pay special attention.
When I started working for the PGA and for the golf tournament, I was a part-time temporary position.
Right.
I worked from 10 to 2 as a fill-in during the lunch break for the receptionist in the front desk. And that was the first year that I worked. It was a temporary, it was part-time. It was very minimal.
Them checking you out, you're checking them out.
And probably weren't going to continue the checking of out. It was just for a season.
Okay.
But one of the things I had to do, and it drove me absolutely insane, because everybody was too lazy to take their coffee cups from their desk to the kitchen, is I had to go every afternoon and collect up all the dishes that people had collected in their offices and, run the dishwasher and clean up the kitchen.
You used to do that?
I did. Yeah. These were babies. So they couldn't put their own dirty dishes in the kitchen, in the dishwasher. So I would go and collect them. And I was kind of grumpy about it because I thought, these are grown adults.
Right.
I have toddlers at home I do this for. And now I'm coming into an office job, but I found the cutest little pink polka dot rubber gloves. And I got a cute little tray, and I would just go around and I would collect it all. And I just decided it sucked. It was a sucky job for like what I thought I was hired for.
Right.
A skill set that I thought I was hired for. But I thought, you know what? I'm going to make the best of it. And that kitchen's going to be clean, and I'm going to go and collect their dishes.
Take
and
pride in the job.
And I'm going to be happy about it.
All right.
And I loved it. And all of a sudden it didn't bother me anymore. And I kind of found joy. I found color, and I thought it was fun. I'd go and visit, and I'd chit chat with them in the afternoon as I was collecting up their dishes and stuff. I ended up working there for 10 years.
You know, it's funny. What you're describing is like approaching that work, the thing that maybe you don't like, with a Zen-like attitude, and you did it mindfully and gratefully. And when that happens, and when you do it that way, you release those thoughts of resentment or anger for the children that you're doing, that you're cleaning up after. And who is it? The poet Khalil Gibran says this: work is love made visible, even when that work isn't your passion.
Ooh.
Work is love made visible. So what you do, the actions that come out show where your heart is, not necessarily where the job is.
Where the job is, right? The job might not be all that great, right? But your heart. And I think the reason we forgive is not because the other person deserves it, but we deserve to live with forgiveness.
Right.
And you know, we're kind to people, whether they deserve it, because we're kind people. And so, yeah, I just turned it and found the joy in it. And so no matter where you are, most people, although I did hear a statistic that even though most people are unhappy at work, that out of all the countries in the world, we are the happiest.
The happiest, the most fulfilled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because you can find your fulfillment. If you aren't feeling fulfilled, it's what is that thing? Whether you think you are or you think you aren't, you're right.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So whether you think you're fulfilled or you think you aren't fulfilled, that all comes from within. You get to decide, what do I bring to work? My son is a dishwasher at a restaurant, and he loves it. He gets to put on his headphones and listen to his favorite programs. He sings. He takes incredible pride for, doing the job and the task. It's one of those, it wouldn't seem like it has a whole lot of meaning, a whole lot of purpose behind it. We all want to be a part of something bigger. But when we recognize, and even for me, and collecting up the dishes, right, that was an integral part of helping, those people stay focused on what they needed to do. They didn't have to worry about it. I just took care of it. It was one less thing they had to deal with.
Well, let's put it to the test. I've got a couple of glasses on my desk right now.
I'll bring in some polka dot rubber gloves for you tomorrow.
We'll be back after the top of the hour news. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com. This is the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact the Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or contact them on the web at experiencepros.com or on Facebook and Twitter at Experience Pros. If your customers love you, we want to know you. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
KDMT Arvada, Denver.
Denver's only business radio station, Money Talk 1690 AM.
You got it.
But negativity.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You recording, bud? All right, 3, 2, 1. Hey, everybody, it's Eric and Angel with the Experience Pros Radio Show, home of positive business talk.
Give us a couple hours and we'll fight out that negativity out of your life with positive talk.
Give us 20 minutes and we'll give you a reason to tune in tomorrow.
Positive business talk weekday afternoons right here on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Okay, you want to shoot another one?
Okay. All right, well, let's go with that.
Yeah, let it roll. Thank you, Jen.
Business never takes a break. Neither do we. So take Denver's Money Talk 1690 AM with you with our brand new mobile app. Stay up to the minute with breaking news, market strategies, current trends, and more wherever you are. With live streaming, listen to your favorite Money Talk shows whenever you want, on demand. It's like a personal advisor in your pocket. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. Download the brand new Money Talk app on iTunes or the Google Play Store, or at moneytalk1690.com.
Want to know what's next in the political scene, both locally and nationally? Tune into the AmeriChicks on your drive home every weekday from 5 to 6 p.m. and share your opinions. The AmeriChicks, with hosts Kim Monson and Molly Vogt, encourage open discussion on today's issues and focus on right versus wrong instead of left versus right.
Tune into Denver's only female-hosted call-in show on your drive home. The AmeriChicks air every weekday evening at 5 p.m. right here on 1690 AM KDMT. Denver's Money Talk, sponsored in part by the Western Conservative Summit, July 21st through July 23rd. Get your tickets today.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know the customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello, friends, and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. We are here to helping you get your business right. The way we do that is by reminding you small business is big business. Your business is our business. And welcome home to Mrs. Tussey.
You know, I have to remember how different it is for you when I'm gone, because you make such a big deal when I get back, and I'm thinking I was just gone a couple days.
Oh, I'm so glad you felt that way. You know, I know that when you're on vacation, it feels like it's shorter than it actually is.
Yes.
And when you're not in the office, it feels like it's longer than it actually is. But that said, gosh, I'd rather have somebody say, I missed you so much, than have somebody say, oh. I mean,
no, I get it. No, I get it. No, I appreciate it. I do.
Yeah, and I'm very grateful. I think that, when we set out to do, to create Experience Pros, neither of us knew how it would grow into this media thing that it is. I mean, we're on the air 4 hours of every day. And then in addition to that, running a business that helps hundreds of business owners do what they do. And the various moving parts to all of that. But as we have grown this thing, and you know, and this is a moment of vulnerability here, there was a time multiple years ago when you left for a 5-week vacation, and when you came back, I had lost every client that we ever had. Now, we didn't have a lot of clients, but they were all gone. They all quit. And I'm scarred, So none of that happened, over this week. So nothing bad happened.
Shorter vacations.
You do take shorter. Thank you. You do take shorter vacations, and I'm grateful for that. But more than that, I think that I wish you the very best when you leave, but I am probably the most relieved when you
I
get
come back.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm back.
Yeah,
I'm back right now. All right. Well, let's talk about, I did. I just came back from vacation, went to Disney World, hung out with my family for a week, all of my kids all together, all 5 of us. It was pretty awesome. But do you ever just kind of feel depleted or overwhelmed, stressed out, tired, bored, right?
Right.
You might have lost your mojo.
Uh-oh.
Right. Now, this is a word that I think we picked up from an Austin Power movie, right?
Where'd it go?
Right, kind of getting your groove back, right?
Sure.
But once,
baby.
once you lose it, it's hard to find the motivation to reclaim it. And for many people, there can be some issues that are related to health issues that cause that. Maybe you had a medical issue, a medical condition, and now you're tired, or you haven't been active, and it's hard to get back into it.
Yeah.
And so if you're dealing with some level of depression, that's different than just kind of going, all right, I'm bored. I'm in a rut. I'm in a routine. I've been doing the same thing over and over again. And I would just like to have a little more energy and enthusiasm about all this beautiful world has to offer.
I don't know if, maybe you can't even separate those two out. I mean, maybe there's a medical and a depressive element to even the lighter side of losing your mojo, running off the rails, whatever you want to call it. I don't think that I've lost my mojo, but I'll tell you something. I spent an awful lot of time in bed over the weekends. Just recovering.
No, baby.
No, not like that.
Not like that.
No. Jeez.
Sorry. No, we're tired. I know you're tired. I know you're tired. I know you're sleeping. I know, but it would just seem like a phrase you would have tapped into. I'm like, I'm surprised he's not saying it.
If you'd have said it, it would make more sense.
Right. So here's the thing is that so often we are so stressed out during the week. We are running around, hair on fire, Mach 5, no real strategy to get through the week. And so we go skidding into the weekend exhausted.
It's true.
And so there might just be too many demands on your weekday that you are struggling to recover with on the weekend. And so let's talk about what are the things you're saying yes to?
Yep.
Because every time you say yes to the wrong thing, you're saying no to the right thing.
Oh, okay.
So
help me.
So we have to look at all the different things that are on our plate. I've got little tabs of sticky notes of things that I've said yes to.
Right.
And I'm kind of slowly working my way through them.
I have 3.
Because I don't know that I've necessarily said yes to all the right things. I've just said yes to everything.
Yeah.
And so when you start to say yes to everything, then you've got way too many demands on your time. And you're going to feel stressed. You're going to feel overwhelmed. And then your weekends aren't so much about refreshing and refueling. They're just about catching up.
Right.
And it's very different and it takes a toll. So you need to address the stress in your life, what you are saying yes to.
Okay.
You really need to remember what fun is.
What is?
Fun, joy, laughing, happy.
That
Right? That's an essential
That's the thing
element.
that happens when you're here.
You happy?
Yes.
You happy?
I happy. Yeah.
Angel here, Eric happy.
No, but here's what did I tell you was a couple of weeks ago. I said, I love working with you because we laugh a lot. We do. And that is fun.
It is fun.
Mm-hmm.
And so what makes you laugh out loud? What puts a smile on your face? What truly brings you joy? And making sure that those activities are in your life every day.
There you go.
Not just on Saturday, not just on Sunday, but
Right.
every day. Not all day, but parts of your day.
And mix it up. Find different things that give you fun and joy and whatnot. How about this? Get physical.
Let's get.
Some of those fun activities might be physical. Dancing is for you. I mean,
Mhm.
you're all over it.
They had a dance party at Disney World. That was super fun.
I bet.
That was super
I
fun,
bet.
right?
Here's one that came by way of a suggestion. Take a bike ride. I know somebody's been doing that a lot.
Did I? Oh, I haven't talked to you since I did my first
No,
bike
you have not.
event.
I
did an
saw
official
pictures.
bike event.
Yeah.
I rode from downtown Denver,
Yeah.
the Rhino District,
Right.
to Golden.
At the base of the mountains.
And then started to go up Lookout Mountain.
Wow.
Then I was told this is 8 miles of switchbacks.
Yeah, switchbacks because it's steep.
It's
8
so
miles.
steep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Major steep. And so my bike tells me how fast I'm going.
Right.
It's going 4 miles an hour up this hill. I could walk faster.
Well, maybe.
Right. And I thought 4 miles an hour, 8 miles can take me 2 hours. Nuh-uh.
Oh, you did the math. You can see that conversation with your husband.
I mean,
Jay,
I'd already
I'm turning back.
been on the bike for 4 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, it was already.
Well,
and
congratulations
so,
to you.
Yeah, and then rode back all the way to downtown Denver.
See, but you are putting into action the very things that we're talking about. You took a bike ride, you played tennis, whatever. I used to play basketball, and I thought that was fun. One of the suggestions is go skinny dipping at night. I don't know that I can get behind that.
Thank you for not doing it during the day.
No. Right?
Well, I mean, just some exercise, skipping, doing some yoga stretches and, dance, just moving. And if you can do it outside where there's fresh air and get some vitamin D and some sunshine, you're going to get your mojo back.
Take an electronic sabbatical. That's right. Turn off your television, turn off your phone or put your phone away and just decompress. Right?
My son, he's like, Mom, he doesn't quite get how the electronics are so consuming.
It's because he was born into it.
He was born into them.
Yeah.
He's like, what's the difference if I was reading a book or doing this? And
Right.
I'm like, it's very different. And, here we were at this hotel. Had he not been in his little game, he would have been out exploring the hotel.
Right.
But he didn't really do that. But he doesn't quite get it that it's an issue. And so, you can't really fight it.
Yeah.
You can just kind of
Pick
point it
your battles,
in
right?
that direction, right? Okay, so here is
This one's
how
for you.
get your mojo back. You
Yep.
feeling a little bit, you don't got your groove?
Right?
Be fabulous. Fabulous, right? When you're in a crowd of people, look around you. Most people are just, even if they're happy, they haven't notified their face.
Right.
Right? They're just kind of humdrum.
They're not perfect.
Nobody's
They're not
perfect.
models.
Nope.
So you know what? Step out and say, here I am.
Right? Be
Ta-da.
fabulous. So take care of yourself. Put on clothes that make you feel good about yourself. Beauty comes from the inside.
That is so true.
Yeah. Focus on being a fabulous you, and you're going to find your mojo.
Here's a recurring theme. Hang out with the people who are motivating as well. Hang out with the best, the people who smile around you, the people who uplift you, the people who want the best for you. Hang out with them. You will fill up your mojo cup.
Right. And sometimes you don't know them yet, but you can watch their TEDx videos. You can read listen to them on audio and listen to their podcasts and, kind of suck in what they've got to give, even if they aren't your closest friends yet.
There you go. All right, gang, our hashtag kindness act of the day. Tell somebody what they mean to you and be kind. Remember, it's hashtag kindness act of the day. Tell somebody how much they mean to you. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric. This is the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
KDMT, Denver's Money Talk 1690 AM.
When you want authentic Mexican food, think Las Hermanas Mexican Cafe. At Las Hermanas, each Mexican dish is made with love. With over 30 years in the restaurant business, they bring a passion and flavor you will surely savor. Fresh-made chips and salsa, authentic Mexican cuisine, and delicious desserts will keep you coming back again and again. Las Hermanas is a family-owned restaurant conveniently located in Aurora near Parker and I-225. The only thing better than their mouth-watering dishes is getting it for half price. That's right. Enjoy 2 Hermanas specialties, normally $20, for only $10. Now that's tasty. And you can only get this deal at DenverHalfPrice.com. Which delicious dish will you choose? The fried tacos, steak a la Mexicano, stuffed sopapilla, or one of over a dozen choices? Visit DenverHalfPrice.com to get an authentic Mexican dinner for 2 for only $10. And head to Las Hermanas Mexican Cafe today.
You love your neighborhood, great schools, and close to your friends. Your home is perfect, except for the dated walnut kitchen with avocado appliances, and perhaps the moldy master bath that you're afraid to walk on barefoot, or the creaky deck, or the scary basement. But I digress. If you love your home and never want to move, but want to make it closer to your dreams, we can help. I'm Brian Murphy, owner of Front Range Mortgage, a local, Colorado-only team that's helped hundreds of homeowners to remodel their present, outdated house, turning it into a home of their dreams without the trauma and expense of an unnecessary move. We have very affordable options to help you remodel your kitchen, bath, even scary basement with no money out of pocket, often even lowering your interest rate to boot. Call me and my local team for a painless 5-minute conversation to see how quickly you can be in your own dream home. Our number, 303-500-1900. That's 303-500-1900, or visit frontrangemortgage.com.
NMLS number 378844, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
One of the more popular remodeling projects these days is replacement windows. Why? Your old windows aren't nearly as efficient as the modern technology. And you and I both know stuff wears out. Hi, Dan Cicchini, owner of Done Right Windows and Doors. And why done right? The best answer to why is, why not? Todd?
Well, Dad, there's no reason not to, but lots of reasons too, such as top quality windows and doors built to size and fit many budgets, lots of color and style options, expert installers that are employees, not subcontractors, decades in business, fair pricing, satisfaction guaranteed, and the list goes on. Oh, and at Done Right, they'll find full service installations, completely finished, nothing left for them to do but enjoy.
And of course, Todd, we've got to mention our highly efficient, beautiful patio doors. So folks, give us a call. Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors. And of course, replacing windows and doors, you have our word, we'll treat you right at Done Right. 303-722-2295, 800-362-8370, or DoneRightWindows.com.
Tired of paying high energy bills? Gravina Windows and Siding at 950 West Evans in Denver can help. Replace those old worn-out windows. Huge selection. Anderson Fibrex, Pella, Great Lakes, and more. Over 50 lines of vinyl, wood, and fiberglass windows and doors. Check out our composite window, the EcoSmart. It's up to 100% more energy efficient. Lifetime manufacturer's warranty. Our glass package is at least 3 to 5 times more energy efficient with a glass breakage warranty and free rescreening. Gravina Windows and Siding in Denver is accredited by the BBB with an A+ rating. Over 100,000 customers and counting. Financing's available. Larry Gravina, serving the Front Range for over 44 years with my family. Free estimates. Metro Denver, call 303-GRAVINA. Northern Colorado, call 970-GRAVINA, and we'll come to you. Gravina's has the greatest windows. Nobody beats us. Nobody.
This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
That is exactly right. We do want to interact with you live on the show, so go ahead and connect with us. Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Angel Tussey and Eric Kramer, helping you get your business right.
Right, and inspiring you. If you've ever thought about starting your own business but not sure if you have what it takes, Here's a book that is going to provide some inspirational examples of some women who overcame both personal and professional setbacks to turn their dreams into a reality. The book is called Adventures of Women Entrepreneurs, Stories That Inspire.
Nice.
It's written by entrepreneur Robin Bairstock. It actually features women and one man who stepped outside their comfort zone, followed their passion, and turned their dreams into a reality. And the stories that are featured are all easy to relate to. They come from a wide range of background, and they've all followed a very different and sometimes unintentional path to entrepreneurship. Robin Bairstock, welcome to Experience Pros.
Hi, thank you. It's great to be here.
Robin, very nice to have you. And, your timing is perfect with the program because we're talking about what it is to dream big, think big, make big decisions, and step out of our comfort zone as well as step into our passions. Do you think that people need to be passionate about what they do in order to be successful?
I think you need to be passionate about what you do to be successful in the long term.
Okay.
You can do something that you're not passionate about for a few years, but if you don't really have your heart into it, it's not going to last and you're going to get burnt out.
And we see, I think sometimes, or we've actually read the quotes, right? If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. And so finding something that you are passionate about, but I think there's the disconnect, Robin, is I'm passionate about baking or sewing or creating or doing, but how do I turn that into a business if I've never been an entrepreneur before? When you talk about putting these stories together, did they start out to be entrepreneurs, or did the business develop out of their, just because they were so passionate about it that it ended up turning into business? Do you see where I'm going with that?
Yeah, many of these people did not start out entrepreneurial, and some of them never in their dreams thought that they would be having their own business. But they all were willing to take risks and step outside of their comfort zone and weren't afraid of failure. And so they took the first few steps and made it happen.
So I find that an interesting conversation, an interesting talking point. You said they weren't afraid of failure. I think that makes them unique in a lot of ways, because in small business, you find that there are people who, like Angel described, I want to make cookies. I make the best cookies in the world. But when you get into how to market, how to advertise, how to build the business, how to do the bookkeeping, how to do all the taxes and everything else, nevertheless, not to mention employees, all of a sudden, people are overwhelmed by the tidal wave of fear of failure. And you're saying that didn't happen in the stories that you wrote about?
Oh, I'm not saying that it didn't happen. No, not at all. All of these people did experience failure and challenges, and some failures could be looked at as failures, and most of them could be looked at as learning experiences.
Sure.
I think that so many of us are taught that failure is a negative thing, but I wish that we were not taught that, and we all learn to embrace failure, because really it just means you're one step closer to success.
We're talking with Robin Bairstock, the author of Adventures of Women Entrepreneurs, Stories That Inspire. All right, Robin, what did it take to make it into the book? What were you looking for?
We were looking for people who overcame challenges, either internally or externally, and have a great story that will inspire other people to do the same, to step outside of their comfort zone and follow their dreams.
What were some of, give me one of your favorites.
Urena, she went to the doctor, and the doctor told her that she had rheumatoid arthritis, and she was never going to be able to run again. And she was going to have to be on really heavy steroid medicines, and she didn't accept that fate. She decided to experiment with her diet and ended up switching to a paleo diet, and that really helped her arthritis. It cured it, actually.
Wow.
And she wanted to share that with other people, so she started cooking paleo meals for other people and became a private chef, and everybody loved it so much she wasn't able to cook for as many people as needed, so she ended up starting a home delivery service for paleo meals, and now she's delivering thousands of meals nationwide.
Wow.
I love this.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
All right. So the book is called Adventures of Women Entrepreneurs, stories that inspire. And yet I think in the lead in, we said that there was one man that made it through the cut. What made you decide to include a man in your stories of Adventures of Women Entrepreneurs?
Sure. At first, it was kind of like a joke. I thought it would be fun to have a token male.
Yeah. I've been that many times.
Female.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the idea at first. But his story is just very relatable to any gender, and I also like the idea of being inclusive to all sexes. So why exclude him just because he's not a female? He has a great story of overcoming your own self-doubt.
I love it. I think that's an important piece.
Dreams.
Absolutely. Pursue your dreams. There it is right there. Don't hesitate to follow that and pursue your dreams. So where do our listeners pick up a copy of Adventures of Women Entrepreneurs, Stories That Inspire? And subsequently, where do they connect with you if they want to follow up with you?
Sure. Well, you can find it on Amazon. You just search for Adventures of Women Entrepreneurs. And we also have a website that is awebook.com. You can contact us there, and there's also a link to the Amazon page.
All right. So final word of inspiration for somebody thinking about starting their own business today, Robin?
Just do it. Take the first few steps. Don't be afraid of failure. And
just do it.
Just do it. That is great advice. We will take that. I love that.
Absolutely.
Robin, thank you so much for being with us, for writing the book. Congratulations to you for finding such great entrepreneurs to feature. The book is called Adventures of Women Entrepreneurs. It's written by Robin Baerstock. Find it where you love to find your favorite books. And let's support our entrepreneurs today. Robin, thanks so much for being with us on Experience Pros.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
Have a great afternoon.
We certainly will. And, she was talking about, having a token male. I'm reminded of the times when you and I have spoken at the National Association of Professional Organizers, or as you like to call it,
800 Professional Organizers and Eric.
Yeah, that's me. I embrace it. It's good. All right, gang, don't go anywhere. More positive business talk after the bottom of the hour news. You're listening to Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. If you'd like the archives of this broadcast or all the other broadcasts that we do, or you want to know how we can help you grow your business no matter where you are, coast to coast in America, reach out to us at experiencepros.com, and we'll be back right after these messages.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.
Jimmy Sangenberger here, and on the next Business for Breakfast, we'll sit down with author Kevin Cullis on a new book about entrepreneurship and veterans. Plus, John Tamney, Dominic Chu, and so much more help us break down the markets and issues of the day. All that and more on the next Business for Breakfast.
Business for Breakfast with Jimmy Sangenberger. Weekday mornings from 6 to 9 on KDMT, Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM. never planned on getting injured in an accident? You don't know where to turn? Call Bosun Law. When you meet with John Bosun, you'll know right away you've made the right decision. John will put you at ease and explain the whole process start to settlement. They'll handle medical bills, work directly with the insurance company, and help you get back on your feet. John and his whole staff are amazing. If your whole world has been turned upside down, Bosun Law will help turn it right side up. It starts with a free consultation, no money out of the pocket, and Bosun Law only gets paid when they win your case. If you're hurt, the call is easy, and their number is too. Call Bosun Law at 303-999-9999, 303-999-9999, 303-999-9999, or visit bosunlaw.com. That's BOESEN law.com. Call Bosun Law, 303-999-9999, or visit bosunlaw.com. That's BOESEN law.com.
Take a moment right now and rate your lifestyle on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 is a life of quiet desperation that doesn't resemble what you were promised after getting that college degree and corporate job. Now a 10 is a life that exceeds your wildest expectations of the life they promised you for doing all the right things and working hard. If you answered anything less than 10, stop what you're doing and go to mypassiveincomeworkshop.com. Passive income is not a secret, but chances are no one has ever shared it with you until now. Learn how to generate passive streams of income at our free workshop, mypassiveincomeworkshop.com, so you can live at a 10 for the rest of your life.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is a coordinated weekly test of broadcast stations of your area. If this had been an actual emergency, official messages would have followed the alert tone. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
This is Dan Kaplis. A wise person once told me, if you don't have a seat at the table, you are going to end up on the menu. I think that applies directly to personal injury and wrongful death cases. If you're not represented by a highly accomplished law firm, the insurance company is probably going to eat you for lunch and you'll never even know it. So if you want to make sure that you and your claim are treated with the respect you deserve, give me a call. We are a serious firm for serious cases. And for 30 years, we have proven our ability to go up against the best the other side has to offer and to win. Our personal injury clients include everyone from the poorest of the poor to CEOs, teachers, farmers, police officers, doctors, lawyers, and professional athletes. We are able to make the vast resources of our firm available to good people from all walks of life by taking righteous cases on a percentage fee basis. You can reach me at 303-770-5551. That's 303-770-5551. Or DanCaplisLaw.com. That's DanCaplisLaw.com.
The Colorado Business Roundtable brings you Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m. Hear from key leaders in Colorado's business community, advocating for proactive business policies that strengthen the economy and help business grow and thrive in Colorado, as well as helping to make Colorado the best place to live now and for generations to come. Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. right here on Denver's Money Talk 1690 and MoneyTalk1690.com.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin' hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Angel Tussey and Eric Kramer hanging out with you. Thank you for joining us. So, we've got different roles that we play here on the radio.
What do you mean?
Well, you're the get her done.
Oh, I'm like, be careful. Where are you going with this?
No, this is all good. This is all good.
If I'm the getter done, then what are you?
I think that makes me out to be the slacker, the color commentator who provides comic relief and color, I think.
Let's hope there's more to you than that.
It's the roles that we play.
The roles.
Yeah. So
isn't it funny how he pulls it out? It's a role. It's a role. It's just an act. It's just a role that I'm playing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So one of us is more likely to procrastinate than the other.
This is true.
Okay.
This is true.
And that would be me,
yes,
right?
this is true.
Okay,
yes,
good.
yes.
And Jeffrey James in Inc.com says, procrastination is like a sore throat. It's a symptom with many possible causes. Unless you know the cause, the treatment for the symptom might actually worsen things. And I get that. I understand. So he wrote an article on 5 easy ways to overcome procrastination.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
I was
if any of these
bring this next week.
Have you tried?
Yeah.
And let's see if you've tried any of these.
I was going to bring this story next week, but Angel insisted we do it now.
Well, actually, I think you were supposed to bring it last week.
Oh, maybe that's true.
Mm-hmm.
So, number 1, the size of the task seems overwhelming. If
Okay.
you've got a mountain of work, you feel like you'll never be able to complete it. Therefore, you avoid ever starting.
Okay. So that falls into what I think you do. You get overwhelmed and you're like, and I'm done. I'm not even going to start because it's just too much already.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Okay. So there we are.
So there we are. What?
Here's a solution that Jeffrey James puts out if that's you. Break the task into small steps and start working on them. It builds momentum and makes the task far less daunting. Our friend Dave Ramsey does this with his financial planning, right? If you want to get out of debt, it's a mountain of debt. You just have no way of seeing your way out of it. Start small, roll the snowball downhill. It starts to gain size and momentum. And I get that. He gives the example of writing a book. You've decided to write a book. Rather than sitting down and write the entire book, which probably caused you to stare at a blank screen, been there, done it, brain cramp, all of it. Spend an hour each day on each of the following subtasks. Jot down as many ideas as possible, sort them into an outline, list out anecdotes you want to include.
Is this making you feel motivated to do it?
No, not really at all.
I wouldn't think
No.
so. No.
I would rather say, something, spend 20 minutes and write something, say something, do something a day and call it done. 20 minutes a day, slow and easy.
Well, having an outline or having a direction, having it on the calendar, little baby steps along the way.
Right.
It's just do one thing that is moving you forward and towards accomplishment. So often we put down, write a book. That's your to-do list.
Right.
Of course you're going to procrastinate.
It's too much.
It's too much. So break it down, come up with chapter titles, research how long you want, how many pages you want the book to be, or, whatever. You do your research, come up with your chapter titles, write one chapter, write, the second chapter, baby step it in your to-do list, because if you just put it in as one massive, write a book, grow my business, become a millionaire.
Yeah, there it is. So the second one is like it. Another reason that people procrastinate is your to-do list has so many tasks in it that you feel like you're never going to be able to finish them all. Again, so why bother starting? I'm doomed for the beginning. I can't get it all done because we're looking at the end result, the whole project, all the tasks, instead of looking at one task at a time, 5 tasks in a day, that kind of a thing.
It gets to be way too big and too overwhelming, but the baby steps of it aren't so bad. Right.
How about this? Number 3, you're a creative person with an active mind, so you naturally put off any activity that doesn't personally interest you. Your set of tasks seem repetitive and boring.
Are you telling me I'm giving you boring things to do?
Nope.
No, would never say that.
I'm not denying that's my situation, but I am not telling you that.
And we do get bored. We do get bored because we've done the same thing over and over again. If that's the case, automate the darn thing. Nobody's asking you to do the same thing over and over again and, type out the same answer to the same question, do the same thing. Automate that. Put a system in place. There was had a conversation with somebody not too long ago. They got lost and they were mad that they got lost, but they didn't want to use the map. They're like, well, I don't know where I'm going. So use the map. Look it up. You've got the tools.
Was this a man?
Yes.
Yeah. Enough said.
Yeah. Just look it up on your, put the little map on your phone. You want to do it. I mean, I get it. Nobody's expecting you to enjoy mundane, repetitive tasks. Delegate it, automate it. Put a system in place for it because you are the weakest link to getting done anyways, especially if you're
If you're not doing it because
you're not
it's
doing
yeah,
it.
right.
Yeah. Now, if it's one of those things and you just love doing it and you love, and it's getting done,
Yeah.
game on. But if you hate it, automate it. There's my new task.
If you hate it, automate it.
Yeah, I'm
All
going to make a little meme
Write
for that.
down.
Mhm.
Okay, number 4, here's the things, and we're talking about easy ways to overcome procrastination, written by Jeffrey James in Inc.com. He says, the task seems so important that it's daunting. For example, you realize that if you screw this task up, it might mean losing your job or missing the huge opportunity associated with it. You avoid it because you don't want to risk failure. And I think that happens in people's lives. Here's the solution that Jeffrey offers. He says, contact somebody you trust and ask if they'll review your work if it's written, or act as a sounding board if it's verbal. Doing the task for your reviewer is low risk, and thus the task is easier to start. The reviewer's perspective and approval provides you extra confidence when it comes to actually executing the task. Okay. And here's one that every procrastinator probably gets.
Okay.
You just don't feel like working.
Okay.
You're burned out, unmotivated.
Don't want to do it. I don't feel like it.
Think
I'd
I'll
rather
eat some worms.
I'd rather bang on my drums all day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like working. I don't feel like cleaning my house. A lot of times we don't feel like doing the work.
Right.
And this is where you've got to put the vision, the goal, the end reward, the end price. So one of the things you can put in your calendar, instead of saying, writing the book or working on this project, put the end goal, creating my $1 million business idea, or getting my sexy back, if you're working out, or, becoming a best-selling author, and, put the end goal, the result in front of you in your calendar. That's the thing you're working on. You're not writing a chapter today. You're becoming a best-selling author, a number one expert, authority in your area. Like, you put that down in your calendar, become that, focus on the end goal, the end prize. What's in it for me? And if there's nothing in it for you, because maybe there isn't, maybe it's just a mundane task, ice cream, or cocktails, dancing with friends, put the prize, what's in it for me at the end of this?
All right. Well, that puts it in perspective. You don't feel like it. You just need share in a moonstruck moment. Snap out of it.
Or bribe yourself.
Yeah.
Bribe yourself.
I like that.
What do I get? What's in it for me? Well, we're adults. We don't have someone giving us little gold stars on the board anymore, kind of giving us a pat on the back because we showed up to work on time. We worked all day. It's up to us to get it done. And your focus becomes your reality. So if you are not getting the stuff done, your reality is you're not becoming a successful person. Your business is struggling. Your relationships are struggling. Your finances are struggling. But systems, people, especially for procrastinators.
Especially for procrastinators.
Yeah, I think this is where systems were made for you. Get an app for that.
I can't even answer that. You're absolutely right. And it's systems help me. They do help me get these things done. And so if you know the why of your procrastination, says Jeffrey James, you can easily find the how to overcome it. Gave you 5 easy tips to do that. And thanks to him for his process, his thought process in how to do exactly that. We're going to take a quick break, give you a little more time to connect with the people who support our program. Remember to do business with the people who do business with the pros. And then we'll be back after these messages with our final segment and more positive business talk. It's what you've come to expect from the Experience Pros Radio Network. Back after these messages.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com.
KDMT, Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
The boys of summer are here with in-depth coverage on the Orioles, Blue Jays, and Cardinals here in the Rockies. Well, not Cardinals, but if you want the play-by-play and the bird's eye lowdown on these and more wild birds, tune in to Bird Talk on 1690 KDMT, Saturdays from noon to 1.
You don't need to make folks think we're a sports show just to get their attention. In Colorado, 60% of the population feeds and watches outdoor wildlife. Bird Talk is presented by Wild Birds Unlimited, the original backyard bird feeding specialists.
To learn more about the 500 species of Colorado birds, tune in to Bird Talk every Saturday. We'll bring you interesting interviews, the latest news, and lots of fun and entertainment. Call in with your questions and we'll help you create the best backyard wildlife habitat to attract the greatest variety of species.
We hope you'll join us for the best nature show in the known universe, Saturdays at noon for Bird Talk on KDMT, presented by Wild Birds Unlimited. Until then, happy birding.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. For details, visit AIGdirect.com.
If you're young and healthy, you don't need life insurance, right? Yeah, that's what I used to think too, until my brother died at 38. Joe left his wife with 2 kids, a mortgage, and a stack of bills she couldn't pay. Mary had to sell the house and move everybody into this tiny 2-bedroom apartment just to make ends meet. I never want to do that to my wife, so I got life insurance. I called AIG Direct and was really surprised how affordable it is. Just $14 a month for $250,000 of term life coverage. Listen, if you have a family, you should seriously think about getting life insurance. You'll feel a lot better having it, trust me.
Call AIG Direct for a free, no-obligation quote. The call takes less than 5 minutes, and you could save up to 70%. Call now, 1-800-400-1942. That's 1-800-400-1942. 1-800-400-1942.
Dad, name some good reasons for our listeners to select Gravina's windows.
I'll tell you why. We make it so simple for our customers to shop. We have everything. Vinyl windows, wood windows, fiberglass windows, double pane, triple pane, heat mirror, argon gas, krypton gas, bays, bows, garden windows, patio doors, everything.
How about colors?
Pick what you want. Brown, green, blue, red, whatever. It's never...
By our beautiful showroom, bring in your measurements and we'll give you 10% off.
Only at Gravina's, 950 West Evans in Denver. Call us at 303-GRAVINA. Northern Colorado, called 970-GRAVINA.
Best deal in town.
Call Gravina's at...
No, it's Gravina's.
Call 303-GRAVINA. Or in Northern Colorado, 970-GRAVINA. Or visit their beautiful showroom at 950 West Evans. And remember,
Gravina's have the greatest windows. Nobody beats us. Nobody.
Hail and severe storm season is just around the corner, and that's why you need to call Golden Spike Roofing at 303-942-1386 for a thorough and free inspection. For roofing done right to the last nail, call Golden Spike Roofing.
Call Golden Spike Roofing when your roof needs a fix. 303-942-1386. Golden Spike Roofing.
Keep our schedule full? Seasonal incentives? Oh, yeah. Hi, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Home Improvements. Now is the time to call and save a full 12% off all services for select install dates. 800-362-8370 or drhi.com.
Psst, it's me, your heart. High blood pressure is serious, and I can quit whenever I want. Just treat me better. After all, we're in this together.
To get your high blood pressure to a healthy range, visit heart.org/blood pressure. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
This is Dan Kaplis. Our firm is dedicated to always being on the leading edge of the practice of personal injury law. That includes game-changing, next-generation technology, nationally respected experts, and innovative visual tools that help us bring our client's case to life for the purposes of settlement or, if necessary, trial. We only accept a limited number of cases, so we're able to devote to each client our full arsenal of technology, skilled attorneys, and staff. We are a serious firm for serious cases, and we make the vast resources of our firm available to good people from all walks of life by taking righteous cases on a percentage fee basis. If you'd like to talk with me about your case, just give me a call or email me through our website. There's no charge for an initial consultation. 303-770-5551. 303-770-5551 or dankaplislaw.com. That's dankaplislaw.com.
revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Digging the guitar lick. It always sets the tone for a good segment.
It is pretty good. That is pretty good. Well, happy day to you. Hope your week is starting off in a pretty exciting, in a pretty exciting way. You know, we're halfway through the year. We've got all this momentum that we've built up in the first half of the year, and we are just going to skyrocket into all of those goals in the remaining half of the year. And so thanks so much for joining us for Positive Business Talk this afternoon. There's probably a few things as an entrepreneur that keep you up at night.
Oh,
and
yes.
And I think that as a business owner of a business, you're trying to start a brand new business. These are the problems you need to be solving for.
Okay.
You know, you think about those who made it the most in the gold rush. It was the people who sold the shovels and the pickaxes, right?
Oh, sure.
Right. So what are the problems that are keeping entrepreneurs up at night? If you've got the answer to that, you've got a small business in the making. But here's a couple of things that if you have a small business or you are an entrepreneur, you're getting ready to start one, these might be the things that you want to know.
Be aware of.
You want to be aware of. So because you know, knowledge is king, right? Education and knowing, because then you can solve for it. But
it might keep you up at night.
Yeah, and then it won't,
There
because
you
then
go.
you can fix it.
All right.
So then you can fix it. And the first thing is that you are replaceable.
Your customers, strategic partners, suppliers, and teammates will always appreciate your contributions, but there's always going to be somebody who's better, smarter, nicer, and less expensive than you are.
Always. There's always going to be somebody cheaper. And the brand new shiny, especially here in Colorado. Oh my goodness. Open up a brand new restaurant or a brew pub and the lines, even though, you know, 3 months ago, you know, one just closed right down the street.
Well,
we always want the
those
brand
things
new
happen.
shiny.
That's
So
right.
just know that you are replaceable. So stay hungry.
That's right. Take advice from the most, most incredible man, interesting man in the world. Stay hungry.
Yeah, stay thirsty,
There
my
it is.
friends, right? And never, you know, keep fighting the fight, keep pushing through. But know that I mean, and we've all felt that. You know, we've been let go of a job and think, oh, they're going to miss me.
Right.
And then they don't.
Not so much.
Yeah, that kind of stinks.
Next, here's the next one. And boy, I think we face this on a regular basis. Reputation matters.
Don't become the person that everyone loves to hate.
Mhm.
Instead, be the most outstanding person you can be. Stay honorable. Make sure that you have the utmost of standards and integrity, so that people you're still you're still replaceable.
Right.
And that doesn't mean that you're going to please everybody, but at least you can sleep better at night knowing that you did the very best that you could.
I have a good friend who uses this phrase on a regular basis. It's not my fault, but it is my responsibility.
Right?
Even when it's not your fault.
Especially when it's your business. If
That's
it's
right.
not your fault, it is still our responsibility to fix it. And this is probably one of those that just sends entrepreneurs' heads spinning. Like, I had nothing to do with that. I didn't create that. But I have to fix it. And now what do we do? Because if you think, okay, well, if you didn't have anything to do with it, you're probably not prepared to fix it.
Right.
True.
Yeah,
You got to figure it out,
absolutely.
though. Right?
Did you ever wait tables? Did you ever do that kind of a
Kind of,
thing?
yeah.
Yeah. I used to wait tables for a long time in college years. And I got so frustrated because I would bring something out that was not prepared the way that the guest had ordered it. And that's on the chef. That's on the cooks. They did this to me. And who got the heat? I did.
Yeah.
And so I had to realize that, you know, something, it's not my fault, but it is my responsibility. I got to make sure that I double check, make sure that before it goes out, it's right every time. And if it gets to them and they have a complaint, I got to take care of it.
You've got to take care of it.
Yep.
And it does fall on you. Another thing you might want to be aware of as an entrepreneur is that others are depending on you.
Absolutely. Your team members, your customers, everyone is depending on you.
Yeah.
You got to show up.
You can't always think about just you anymore. I don't feel like it. I don't want to. Maybe I kind of should have, right? But everybody is relying on you, not just for their livelihood as far as your team members, but your customers, right? They've depended on you. They expect you to be in business when they refer their friends to you. And so this isn't just something willy-nilly and I'm going to try it for a little while. You are setting the stage for somebody else's happiness as well.
Absolutely. Something that might keep you up at night, late at night, is building a business costs more than just money. You know, if you start thinking about this, there's the price you pay when you make a habit of pulling the graveyard shift, or as the case was for us, the morning shift.
The morning shift.
Right? 2016, the year we'll forget because we were up at 3 a.m. every morning and pulling a normal 12 hours on top of all of that. So, you know, it's more than just money. Your relationships could suffer. Your happiness might decline. Your health might decline. You have to be able to step away from work that consumes you.
And finally, you're going to probably face rejection. A lot of it.
Yeah.
Right? I remember hearing a story about Jack Canfield and trying to publish the Chicken Soup for the Soul series.
Sure.
And receiving, was it 146 or 164?
146 rejections before his manuscript was accepted.
Most of us, you know, 1, and we're blubbering, you know, 2 or 3, and we are a puddle on the floor thinking, why did I ever start this business in the first place?
Do you remember starting with Experience Pros, and one of your first roles was to help get me booked as a speaker? And I told you, don't worry about the people who say no, because every rejection is just closer to the next yes.
Yeah. You know who says that? People who don't make lots of phone calls, getting lots of no's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Easy to sit on the sidelines and say that every no is closer to your next yes. It's a numbers game, blah, blah, blah. Ugh. Right? What a waste of my time. What an absolute waste of my time.
How do you really feel?
But there is going to be a lot of people who don't buy into, who aren't interested, who don't want to support what it is that you're doing, or they want to try it and then go on and try the next shiny thing. It happens.
Yeah.
It happens to everybody. And you've done it, right? You know, you probably shopped at one place and then the next time you bought from somebody else and you thought nothing of it.
Right.
You know, we think as an entrepreneur that everybody is all on board for supporting the entrepreneur and that just on principle alone, they're going to stay with you, but they don't. They don't. Everybody's in it for me, right? I want what's most convenient. I want the best price. I want. And we as business owners bend over backwards to do what we can while also creating some semblance of sanity for our own life. It's all going to work out.
It is all going to work out.
It's all going to work out. I guess that's the best news I can tell you.
Don't quit. All right, gang. Well, that's it for today. But the good news is Angel's home, and we're going to do it all again tomorrow. So tune in, same channel, same time, and we'll be back again doing it, you know, the positive way. Thanks for listening.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. This is the Experience Pros radio show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact the Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or contact them on the web at experiencepros.com or on Facebook and Twitter at Experience Pros. If your customers love you, we want to know you. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.